Multiple choice tests, for better or worse, are here to stay. To help parents and students navigate the standardized test universe, OneDublin.org has prepared this presentation. We're going to go through a few simple guidelines that, if followed along with a lot of practice, will help students do better on standardized tests, not just in elementary school and high school, but right through to university. There are 4 simple steps that are shown in this presentation. First, read each question and block the facts. It's very easy to get questions wrong simply by not reading the question or answering the wrong question. Second, and most importantly, eliminate obviously wrong answers right up front. Guessing, if required, can have odds significantly increase for every answer that is crossed out. Sometimes you can actually get the correct answer by eliminating all the obviously wrong answers. Third, the answer is on the page. It's easy to forget this. And solving the problem isn't always the right approach. Sometimes solving part of the problem or working backwards can be better than working the entire problem forwards. Finally, manage time. Do the easy questions first. Circle hard ones, move on, and come back at the end. Make sure all the easy questions get done first. Let's have a few examples about reading the question and blocking the facts. Here's a question taken from the California Department of Education website, an actual question from a prior standardized test. All of the questions shown in this presentation are from the California Department of Education website. In this question, Tasha is buying a CD that is regularly $12.99 and is on sale for 1/4 off. Which expression can she use to estimate the discount on the CD? First, it's a good idea to underline, circle, or highlight, whatever you feel comfortable with, the relevant data in the question. In this question again, we've highlighted Jason bought a jacket on sale for 50% off the original price and another 25% off the discounted price, and so forth. By blocking the facts, it forces you to read the question thoroughly. Next, let's look at a bunch of examples where we eliminate obviously wrong answers. Almost every question on a standardized test has answers that are obviously wrong. The first question, Roberto paid $43.08 for 3 CDs. All 3 CDs were the same price. How much did each CD cost? Look at the answers. Can you see one or more answers that are obviously wrong? Well, if you thought C and D were obviously wrong, you're correct. Without solving any of the question, you can eliminate these 2 answers. Since the total was $43.08, clearly the individual price of each CD had to be significantly less than $40. Answers C and D can be immediately crossed out. If you can't get the final answer from these, well, at least you've increased your odds of guessing correctly from 25% to 50% by removing 2 of the answers. Very important that you not just identify the wrong answers, but actually cross them out so you can focus on what you need to solve. Another example. Stuart is buying a pair of jeans that regularly cost $40. They are on sale for 20% off. If the tax rate is 8%, what is the sale price of the jeans including tax? Can you see one or more answers that can be written off right away? If you chose C and D, that's right. These are obviously wrong. If the pair of jeans regularly cost $40 and they're on sale, well then clearly the price will be less than $40. So the 2 greater than $40 options can be immediately eliminated. Another example. What is the slope of the line? Can you see a couple answers that make no sense just from the way the diagram has been drawn? If you chose A and B, the 2 answers with negative slopes, then you're correct. The way the diagram has been drawn means that the answer has to be a positive slope. Again, you've eliminated 2 answers in each of these actual questions from prior standardized tests just by reading the question carefully. And another example. Mr. Calloway needs to purchase enough grass seed to cover a 3,000 square foot lawn and a 4,200 square foot lawn. If 40 ounces of grass seed will seed a 2,400 square foot lawn, how many ounces does he need to seed both lawns? Again, do you see any answers that are obviously wrong? Again, just by carefully reading the question, you can eliminate A and B without doing any work. Clearly, if 40 ounces is only enough to cover a 2,400 square lawn, and you have much more than that to cover, then you need more than 40 ounces of grass seed, and you can eliminate A and B right off the bat. And one more. In the figure below, AB and CD are perpendicular. What is the perimeter? Again, you can eliminate a couple of these answers because if you look at CB at 15 and AB at 14, the answer has to be greater than 29. And you can eliminate A and B right off the bat. The answer is on the page. This is a very useful concept, and it's easy to forget. It's tempting to solve the entire problem when it may not be necessary to solve the entire problem. Let's look at this question. Marissa's car gets an average of 28 miles per gallon of gas. She plans to drive 200 miles today and 220 miles tomorrow. How many gallons of gas should she expect to use in all? Let's look at what we did here. We total up the number of miles that are going to be driven, and we divide that by the miles per gallon that she gets from her car. We see that the answer starts with a 1, and we can immediately stop. The answer has to be 15 gallons because that's the only answer that starts with a 1. Another example, and we're going to combine this with eliminating the obviously wrong answers. Stuart is buying a pair of jeans that regularly cost $40. They are on sale for 20% off. If the tax rate is 8%, what is the sale price of the jeans including tax? We've eliminated C and D from before. We start solving the problem, and we come up with an answer of 32 just based on the 20% off. We don't have to work out what the price is including tax because we know it has to be more than $32, and therefore can only be answer B. Finally, do the easy questions first. If steps 1 to 3 don't lead to an obvious correct answer, and you're not sure how to solve the problem, then you have two options. You can guess if no wrong answer penalty applies. You can guess in a situation where a wrong answer penalty does apply, but only guess if you've at least eliminated one answer. Make sure you circle the question. If you guessed, circle it, and then try it again after all other questions have been attempted. A key part of standardized tests is time management. If you run out of time, you may have missed some easy questions, so make sure you don't spend too long on any one question. In summary, read to better test scores. Read the question and block the facts. Eliminate obviously wrong answers. The answer is on the page. Remember this, don't solve more of the problem than you have to. And do the easy questions first. For a copy of this presentation, please send us an email at onedublin@comcast.net. OneDublin.org is an independent, parent-run organization focused on Dublin public education excellence. We hope you found this useful. Thank you and good luck on your tests.